everyone, how's it going? So thanks for tuning in. And today I'm just going to talk about transitioning from a job to entrepreneurship. There are many people out there who, especially nowadays, there are more and more people who are working full time, and then they're thinking about maybe starting a business on the side. And for some people, they don't take that step because they just find it too risky or just too time consuming. But then for some, they just want to take that step but they don't know how so to best do it. And if you're working full time, let's say maybe like 8:30 to 5 Monday to Friday, then first most of us we could just find some time in the evenings and then we could just work on our business, because it does take more time to think that to just start out a business. And that's kind of like pretty fun as well, just starting up your business to the launch date, because during then that's when the crunch time is. You set a deadline for your launch date and you just work towards that each day to make sure you hit that date. And the thing about entrepreneurship is that there's a lot to learn. So even if you still have a job, you can still be reading books and just watching videos and listening to podcasts and just learning more about business while you're still working. For some people, they just want to save up and just make that jump. Just quit your job and start your business. You could do that if you really know what you want to do and if you think your idea will just work out pretty well. And especially if you already have the experience or some clients, then that could be something that you could do full time. The thing about transitioning from a job to entrepreneurship is the big thing is the mentality and mindset, because when you're working a job, you're kind of just taught to just show up at a certain time and then leave at a certain time and take your breaks and just do work that you're supposed to do. For most of us, we don't put in that much effort unless we just want to be promoted or something, and we don't just work harder when our boss is around, or we might have to just be watched and be supervised all the time, and just like entry level positions. And so it's kind of, for some people it may be hard to just switch over to like more of an entrepreneur mindset, where you just, all the effort you put in counts towards something. And so because of that, some people with a job mentality, they don't put enough effort into their business because they never had a position where they had to just work for free. And basically just how much effort you put into it was showing the results. And that's the main reason why most people, they don't want to start their own business, because they just want to be paid for their time. But then being paid for your time, it also has limits, because what happens if you can't go to work, like if you're daddy ill or something, and you just can't work for a period of time, then you won't get income for those days you're off work. So then what, you're off work for like half a year or more, then what will you do then? Because for most people, they're only like 2 paychecks away from this not being enough to just pay rent and stuff. And so that's something that most people don't think about until it's too late. And then once they do, they're in big trouble. And the thing is, when you're an entrepreneur, you just have to be tired often, because for many of us, we just work, sometimes we just work late, and we have to get up early for work, so you only have like a few hours of sleep. And so that's something that you have to get used to, especially if you take transit and it just takes longer. But then that's what you have to risk if you just want to do more in life, because would you rather be tired for as long as you need to until your business grows enough until it provides a full-time income, or do you just want to be tired until you retire, which would be at least 65 or more if you can. Like if you can't retire at 65. Because for some people, they turn 65 and they find out that they don't have enough to retire. And so that's becoming more common nowadays since everything is so expensive. And most people, they do retire, but they go back to work because they have to, or they just find out that they don't have enough money to just live on for the rest of our lives. Because nowadays people are living longer as well, and they also need more health care when they're older as well to just take care of themselves. So that's something that we should all think about and just plan ahead. And you could just start now by just thinking about your future and also about your parents and your grandparents. Because what you do if you're working a job and you're just barely making ends meet, then your parents, they get old and they need enough money to just take care of themselves. But then they're getting old and can't work that much. So what would you do if they need money but then you're barely making ends meet yourself? How would you be able to provide for them? The thing about entrepreneurship is that people think that it's really risky or like just a big step. But if you take it slowly and just do it a day at a time and just keep learning from the right people, then you could succeed in it. When I was starting my own business, I actually had around 5 people that I would advise from. Those people, they have more experience in different areas, and so I sought them out and just asked them questions and learned from them. I asked for their perspective, and they gave me their insights and just bits of pieces of wisdom. And I'm pretty thankful for all of that. Because when you're starting your own business, you don't know most things. And so you really have to just learn from people who have more experience than you. And to be able to do that, you also have to just know that you don't know everything and just be humble enough and don't have an ego to just ask people for help and for their advice. Because some people they think that they know it all, and that's where they end up failing because they're not coachable. And even after you start business, it's still a good idea to just have advice from people who have more experience than you, because that will help you just grow your business. And that's why there's so many like accelerators and just incubators nowadays, because people know that you could help other people to just help start their own businesses. And also they provide funding and investing and that kind of things as well. And those are worthwhile if you have the money to just pay for the program. I do know people who have been a part of those, and the business is scaling pretty well.
He's a really famous sheep.
So if you're interested in starting your own business and you just need help or just want to learn more about what you could do, just let me know and just shoot me a message. And also, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, just let me know. Thanks, everyone.